Yeah, so
Yeah, sure.
we travelled to the Dragonsteeth city from the Sand Spiders, namely because Rukka was really keen on getting to the city. Afanen was pretty interested in the city as well, but ultimately the goal is to get back home. The leader of the Sand Spiders, Amir, mentioned that there might be a gateway within the Great Pyramid in the labyrinth, in the middle of the labyrinth. So
Mhm.
trying to find out information for that, either go straight to the labyrinth and try and work our way into the center, or get some more information was a bit of a division within the group, but heading towards the city to find that information out. So we travelled a couple of weeks to get here, and that was pretty much where that session finished up, just as we got into the city. And we got into the city, um, and um, there was some weird guy who was paying over attention to us when we entered, and that was about it. Um,
Yep.
the the session finished pretty much as soon as we walked in.
Yes, there was also like a guide who helped you out,
That's
and
right, there
somebody trying
was.
to sell you stuff that you guys were like, man, this guy's annoying. Yep, that's right. Yeah, I would just like to say that 2 weeks of travel that you spent with the Sand Spiders with their caravan, traveling very slowly.
Hmm.
That's like a very slow moving caravan. You
Yes,
you guys could have gone much faster than that.
yes, and during
But
that time, that's when I was casting every spell on the Druid's list, first and second level,
yep,
for Arthur.
yes, um, yes. But you haven't leveled since then,
That's cool.
have you? Yeah.
Hmm.
Indeed, but yes, that will make differences for Arthur. All right, so yes, you find yourself in the morning. You guys were staying at sort of a bed and breakfast
Hmm.
that the guides took you to, and so there's like quite a nice breakfast made of you of flatbreads and dip that you get to have with the group, and then they go off to do something, and you go off to do something yourself.
I'd just like to mention that it was very disconcerting then when you said there was a nice breakfast made of us.
Yes, made for you guys.
Okay, so
Flatbreads and dips.
cool. I'm just looking to see the amount of money I have if I need it. And I'm not too poor. I've got 5 platinum and 13 gold. So
Hmm.
I have some funds. Right, so you've headed off. Good.
Hmm.
In that case, campaign done. Fantastic. I finally rid myself of the dead weight. No, okay, so I guess then the task at hand is to find information about the labyrinth. So at the bed and breakfast after they've left, and I'll just see if I can get someone's attention who might have a bit of an idea as to the layout of the city, who's got maybe a bit more knowledge of what is the infrastructure around here, and the hierarchy, and also the knowledge bases. And I'll just say, my friends and I are not from here, not from the desert. We came here almost by accident and trying to find our way home. We've been advised that um, the way may actually lie through the labyrinth. Is there somewhere in town to gain this information, to speak to somebody, to read something, to learn?
Okay, well, there are information merchants in the city, and there are also guides. You ran into some guides at the front gate the other day, so you can talk to them if you want to ask those questions of them.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'll need to do an investigate check to see the quality of the information merchant or guide that you're looking for. Are you looking for a guide or an information merchant?
Um,
'Cause they're a little different.
Probably both, but maybe get a guide to take me the to an information merchant that might be more pertinent to what I want.
Absolutely. And do you want one of the gate guides, or are you going to look for a different guide, just somebody around?
I might
Uh,
look I might just look around to start with and wander back towards the gate if I have no luck.
Okay, sure. Roll me an investigate check.
See, I can't do investigation, but I will try.
What'd you get? Oh, 17. That's pretty good. Okay, so you find a guide. It's a young spirit artist, so you can tell that he's just on his first steps, and he listens to your tale, thinks that it's quite interesting, and he does know some information merchants. Depending on how much you want to pay, depends on how good the information you get is. But for information on the labyrinth, he does know that the best information you can get is either from the sand spiders, Amir, or from the libraries in the upper city. But he sort of looks you up and down when he says that, and he thinks maybe it would be it's very hard to get into the upper city unless you have power or influence.
I have travelled with Amir for the last 2 weeks and spent some time at his camp before then, and he didn't have a lot of information. Not the kind of information that we were after. He said he gave us a bit of rumour and innuendo, but could not give us anything concrete. So that is why my friends and I travelled here. And they have gone off looking for this information in one direction, and I will look somewhere else. I do not have this power to get to the upper city, I guess, but anywhere that might be able to give me more concrete information, I guess. I am not wealthy, but I'm not poor, so I can pay a little bit and maybe negotiate further. So yes, if you can take me to someone, I guess, at the very least, that might be able to answer a few questions, that would be great. What is your name, by the way?
This person's name is Jarek.
I am Åvna of the Isith, and it is nice to meet your acquaintance.
It's good to meet you. All right. So Jarek is going to take you to an information merchant that he knows. It's not too far away, but this is a massive, sprawling city. Although it is everywhere you look, there are shops and commerce is sort of everywhere. This is a bit of a trade hub. There's a massive port here. Okay,
I do have to roleplay my character poorly in this situation since I am by myself trying to gather information with a charisma of 5.
Yeah. So you are led to this information merchant
Yep.
who listens to your tale as you have given it, and says, "Look, I could help you gather influence so that you get into the upper city. I can't really tell you anything that you don't already know about the labyrinth, unless you want more tales or spin. However, I can tell you about the groups in the wastelands, and I can tell you about the locations of the wastelands, and I could sell you a map."
I don't know if the wastelands are that critical to us at the moment, though the map is probably useful. My friends and I do wish to return home. That is,
And the only way home is through one of these gates. You
well,
couldn't.
we don't know where our home is in relation to this place. So actually, yeah, that's something else. Information, I guess, pertaining to where we are in the greater world and where my home might be to get some idea. I come from a place of snow, ice, and mountains. This is completely
To the
alien to
north
me.
or south of us.
I don't know.
Probably, maybe. Yeah, or maybe somewhere with powerful ice magics.
Possibly.
There. We are the dregs of the empire. To the north of us is a mighty empire.
Do you have a
You
world map?
might be better.
Or do you know where I can find a world map to possibly look?
The empire would be able to give you a world map. We
Yes.
don't have anything as accurate as that here. Everybody who's sort of stuck in the wastelands is stuck in the wastelands. Like, this is just our home. We couldn't really make it anywhere else. It's a bit dangerous outside the wastelands for many of us. Yeah, and anybody who is powerful enough to leave the wastelands is
Has left.
probably here for other reasons. Yes.
Okay.
Or they have enemies in the greater world who they're hiding from. This is a bit of a backwater. But certainly there are ways to get into the Empire. You could become a champion in the arena. You could make inroads into the upper city. You could, potentially find some powerful enough relics in the labyrinth to leave, or some slaughter artists have made it so that they're powerful enough that they could cross the mountain range themselves. Though this is incredibly rare and a very hard path to follow.
How would I gain influence to get to the upper city? Unfortunately, I know my tongue has a way of getting me into trouble, and I say things from the heart more than the mind. So, getting influence that way is probably unlikely, or at least unlikely to stand.
Well, there are things that you can do for the Exiles that will gain sway with them or bring you to their attention. For example, hunting blood knives is always a good way
A blood
of.
knife?
Sorry?
What's a blood knife?
The slavers that live past the needles.
Ah,
The
we
waste.
we fought some slavers recently and returned some captured sand spiders to Amir and his clan.
Right. Yes. Oh, well, it wouldn't just be any. Although, if you did defeat one of their leaders,
We did. We defeated a powerful warrior who invoked poison powers. Great.
Oh, well, that will indeed gain you influence with them, and as long as there are some talking of your deeds, I could spread that tale for you if you could give me a good story to spread, just for a small charge, and that would increase your reputation with them. But also hunting more of those leaders down, or doing particular things for the Exiles. For example, they have made it known that the Blood Knives are at the Hollow Tomb, looking for some ancient weapon. If you were able to find the ancient weapon or kill all the Blood Knives that are at the ancient tomb, I'm sure that they would be very happy with that. They also care that there are some new monsters in the Needles, and they would be interested in a group investigating that. Also, just if the people care enough about you, that can give you enough influence. So you could just walk around the city and try to do good deeds, help people out. I'm not sure you're powerful enough to do that by yourself, from what I can tell. But maybe if you have a group, yeah.
That I do.
Okay, well, yeah, the quests for the people around could help. Otherwise, yeah, working on your own strength would certainly be a way. There are 2 sages in the Empire, and I'm sure a sage knows everywhere of this world. They probably know where you come from, and they have the ability to get you there. But the advice and time of a sage is expensive, so expensive that there is maybe enough wealth in all of the wastelands to hire them to do such a thing. But you could certainly try to gain some wealth to make it your way easier into the Empire. And I know that if you become powerful enough, anything is possible.
How much do you want to start spreading stories of the exploits of myself and my companions?
I would like 3 gold pieces, and I will spread word of you as long as you have a decent enough tale to tell me.
In that case, I will give you 5.
All right, can you make a performance check?
How about I tell him that I am willing for him to embellish as required, because this is not going to go well.
Well, you still have to give him the basic tale, so 11. That's actually not bad. That's a lot better than I was expecting.
Can I burn my inspiration to make it even better?
Yeah, absolutely.
How much it was a D8 inspiration, I think, wasn't it? Or was it a D6?
Depends. It's D6 normally, but it can be D8.
I can't remember what I just ticked the inspiration box. I can't remember what you gave me.
Ah.
I'll say D6. That's fine.
Yes, 16. Yeah, that's really good, actually.
So
yes.
I will tell him the exploits since we went on our first journey for our Age of Trials, and I'll bring it all together, culminating in arrival at Dragonsteeth city. But I will give extra embellishment upon fighting the slavers and rescuing the sand spiders.
Oh, disgusting. That sounds like a heretic. Oh, well, that will certainly raise some eyes. Come back to me if you have more tales, and I will help spread them.
I will. What's this guy's
All right.
name? Jarek was the guide.
Jarek was the guide. This guy's name is
Willabrod.
No, it is not Willabrod. Get away. Get away. It's not Willabrod. It is
Brother Will.
Let's go.
Tequila Joe.
No. It's Oliver.
Oliver. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oliver is the info trader. Cool.
Oliver Johnson.
Oliver Johnson. Cool. All right. Well, I will give him the 5 gold, which I have removed from my character sheet after telling him the tale.
Right.
How much did the guide want as well? I haven't paid him yet.
He'll take his finder's fee from the information merchant, since he's just brought you there. Otherwise, I don't think he did anything else for you. But he'll take a silver because for his time.
Absolutely, I'll flick him a silver.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All killy dokily. So yes, I'm happy to give Oliver Johnson that information and that request to pass on the tale and start spreading the story of the four from the tundra, from the 5 mountains.
All right.
And yes, so after I tell him that, the Exiles that you mentioned,
Yes.
who exactly are they?
They were once one of the great clans in the Empire,
Ah, yes.
and until their fall.
Ah, that's right. I believe Amir mentioned them briefly.
Yes, probably. They're not often spoken of casually. They reside in the upper city.
So how do I?
Their lord is quite powerful.
So you mentioned getting influence. Other than the tale, you mentioned a few other ways. The blood knives, the monsters, and the needles. If we were to go and do those things,
Yes.
do we first take upon us a charter, or
Yes. There are writs that you can pick up from, well, any of the guards would be able to give you a writ for it.
Okay, and the Exiles are the ones that they know about these writs and who would be completing them.
Absolutely. They are, or there is a council made of the, like, 4 tribes, but their exiles, while they don't sort of take part in the day-to-day running, they know everything that goes on in Dragonsteeth. So they would certainly hear about it if these things were done.
Okay. Excellent. I have a few things then I guess I need to be looking at. There's no other more immediate ways to gain some form of notoriety or influence or knowledge about what is going on. I ask because at the moment my friends are off probably seeking similar information or doing foolish things. It's the first time any of us have been in a city this large.
The
And
fastest way to notoriety in Dragonsteeth is the arena.
well, I'm sure that one of them is probably headed there. So, and the Exiles watch the arena, do they?
Yes, often. Often one of the exiles was at the arena. They tend to take a lot of care in its running, but also they will just hear about it. They have a lot of servants. There are many members to their clan. Not all of them are spirit warriors.
I see. Okay. And to do well in the arena brings influence, and the fame from it is seen as a good thing in the city.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Dragonsteeth is known for its arena and its games. Has massive events twice a year. Sometimes from the there's like a huge forest, the Beast Woods. Sometimes even the Beast King has been known to come, although that was tens of years ago, to the arena. And he would, if that was to happen again, he would be able to help you.
The Beast King?
Yes, he's a duke. So he might not be able to get you to your home, but he would know where it is, and he would be able to influence a sage to help you.
The sages you mentioned, who their time and knowledge is worth more than all the wealth in the wastes.
Yes.
can they be, or has it ever been known for them to do or give their time and knowledge for something other than wealth?
Oh, it's
For
almost always for something other than wealth.
uh,
If it is wealth, it's for a fantastical amount. But sometimes they just do things on a whim. Who understands the workings of a sage?
is there a sage in the city?
No, there are no sages in the wasteland.
Only in the
No
Empire.
sages or Yeah, there's 2 sages in the Empire.
Okay. How far to the north is the Empire if we were to travel there?
It depends how you would travel there. On foot, that would take. Well, more's the problem is that there's a mountain range that you would have to get across. But you could probably travel to the mountain range in 6 days on foot.
Are there caravans that travel between Dragonsteeth and the Empire?
No, there are boats that
Boats?
do though. Yep.
Mercantile endeavors?
Yes,
That
absolutely.
may seek guards?
Well, they usually have guards supplied from the great clans of the Empire,
Uh-huh,
and they come here and take our goods and bring them back.
of course.
We tend not to send goods to the Empire ourselves, because we just don't have many ships.
Or many goods?
Well, we have bindings, and there are some spirit materials that the Empire doesn't have that can be found in the wastes. We also have the most dread bindings, which are like purely destructive bindings. So, because of the wasteland. We also have some of the best poison artists. That's something that we specialize in. So if they need some of that sort of stuff, they're the sort of things we trade for. It's not a lot, but it's honest work.
Speaking of work, I am a trained healer. Is there somewhere that might need my assistance? Would working as a healer provide some measure of get me known?
Yes, there are. You could work in the arena as a healer. They are always hiring healers at the arena. Depending on how powerful a healer depends on how much they will pay you. It's not really going to earn you a lot of notoriety unless you're incredibly powerful. But if you are specialized in the healing arts, that is rare for the Wastelands, and so it would certainly earn you some if you are specialized. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the other thing is I might take that map of the wastelands that you mentioned. So
Excellent.
I will purchase one of those from you. And I guess the information on the 4 major clans would not go awry. I did hear a little bit previously from Amir of the Sand Spiders, but to gain it from a neutral source may be more useful. So
Alright. So
if you want to provide that information to me at a charge, I am happy to pay.
okay. Well, he will give you a map complete of the Wastelands for 5 platinum.
5 platinum.
Including the trade routes that you can travel along.
Oh, that's pretty expensive.
Yes, it is. It is a map.
Yep. All right. I will spend the 5 platinum. That means I'm going to have to make money and make money quickly.
All right.
Map of wastelands, including trade routes.
How do I
All right.
make this into a handout?
Does it come in a case? Is it, or is it just a?
It's it comes in like a scroll case,
Cool.
not in like a
That's what
glass.
that's what I meant. A scroll case, just so it was protected. Otherwise, I was going
Yes.
to buy one myself.
No, it is. It's in a scroll case. You could fit like another few scrolls in there. In fact.
No. I'll just leave that one in there. I don't want to potentially damage a 5 platinum piece of paper or parchment.
Yep. I'll move you onto the map so you can have a look at it.
Cool.
Where is that? There it is. Oh man, I've got way too many maps. Oh, cool. It scrolls with me. That's the map, right? Yep. There we go. Okay, good. Okay, so. Oh. Dragonsteeth is missing its name for some reason now. That's weird. Maybe I deleted it. Anyway, so as you can see you can see this map, can you?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay.
So here's Dragonsteeth.
Yep. So there's only one big city in all of the West, which is Dragonsteeth. So you can see this map has the location of the Blood Knight base next to the pit, which is one of the entrances to the labyrinth.
So I'll mention to him.
Mhm.
Well, I would have mentioned it as part of the story anyway. That the slavers were taking the sand spiders to the pit. So you mentioned that it sounded like the leader of the slavers was a heretic. So what can you tell me about the heretics as well? And would that mean that she was a heretic in league or part of the Blood Knives?
The heretics, they're like a horrible kind of slaughter artist. They gain their power by eating people's spirit, consuming spirits. They follow the 4 apocalypse beasts. Yeah, that's really all I know about them. There's not a lot.
What are the
We don't
4
really know
apocalypse
about them
beasts?
in the wastelands. So the last one we encountered, or the one that I've heard the most about, is the lightning ball. It's said that when it travels the earth, everything shakes. It stands in the midst of a massive storm, lightning everywhere, and the dread beasts that follow it. Some of them shed their physical forms and become just that of lightning itself, living lightning. The beast itself is massive, colossal. Yeah, it's an apocalypse beast. Only a queen can stand before it. Yeah, the last time it walked this continent, the head of the whole continent fought it until it went away and slept.
These are the pyramids?
Yes.
And this is the Great Pyramid?
Yes.
Excellent.
Just outside Dragonsteeth.
How does one gain access to the pyramids, and why is the Great Pyramid upside down?
I just put it that way because I didn't want the entrance in the water. It was purely aesthetic because I was like, well, it's like it's in the water, but the entrance isn't in the water. That's dumb.
Can't you flip the object so the entrance would appear on the other side?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I thought it looked good like that. I didn't mind it. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
I thought it had fallen over, or that the entrance was up the top. So to gain access to these pyramids, can anyone enter? Does it cost money?
It doesn't cost money. Anybody can enter. It's buyer beware. Nobody controls the labyrinth. It's not owned by anybody, and anybody can go there. Although I will say that's one of the things that makes it quite dangerous. If somebody knows that you've entered the labyrinth and you haven't returned for a few days, and you have any enemies, they could certainly follow you in, and you will be at your weakest. It's one of the dangers of the labyrinth. It's why many people don't enter the Great Labyrinth. It's right next to Dragonsteeth. The most commonly entered one is the one out near Bloodwater,
I see.
as it's the furthest from any trade routes. So,
What does Arthur
and
think of
it's
all this information that's being said?
he thinks it's kind of interesting. He knows exactly what a duke and a sage is, and he can explain those to you.
Right, maybe.
Basically,
Yep.
a sage is a caster. Just think of it; it's going along the spirit arts. It's a caster class,
Mm-hmm.
effectively, as in it's going to have more spells.
Yep.
And the reason that sages would have the ability to get you there is all spirit arts, when they reach a certain point, give the person something like
Like a gate or a teleport or
teleport.
something. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's why they have that. Whereas a duke is like an enhancer, so they've concentrated on like bodily power. So they have things like action surge or legendary resistances.
Sure.
They have, yeah.
Okay.
So, and he can sort of explain those sort of things.
What does he think of
And
the
that's what the
Apocalypse
Beast King is.
Beasts? Does he know what
What are the Apocalypse
Does he know
Beasts?
that?
He's like, I remember something about these. They're like a terrible mistake that I think my master made.
And were there 4 of them?
5.
5.
There were 5 of them.
Did one of them get slain?
No. My master's existence means that they can't die. No, that's not right.
Because they only know of 4.
Something similar to that.
But maybe only 4 of them have been to this part of the world.
Oh no, there's definitely 5. One of them lives underneath your home.
Oh, that's lovely to know.
Yeah. The Titan.
The Titan. Great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why you have to return there.
Excellent. So
Arthur's like, he can sort of read your memories.
Yep.
And so he knows of your talks. And so he knows that in about 40 years, the Titan's going to wake up in the crater and crush everybody, which was the message that you were given.
Yep. All right, so I will thank Oliver for his time, for the map. Oh, and the 4 great clans. There was the Sand Spiders. What else? What are the other clans? And how much?
There's the Sand Spiders. There's the Exiles.
Yep.
Okay, so the I mean, the Sand Spiders. They're like a sort of a poison clan. Generally, they're new. They're new to power. They're basically just they're pretty much just held up by Emir. And gained his power in the labyrinth. There's the Exiles, who are the banished clan from
the Empire. Are you there? Oh no. My internet dropped out.
But yeah, they do sort of directed damage in their spirit arts, and directed defense. Oh, you just disappeared.
No, I'm back.
But I take you still here. Okay.
My internet dropped out for about 20 seconds, I think.
Okay. Yep. So, did you hear anything I said about the Exiles?
That all I heard was you started saying they were the banished clan from, and then you dropped out, but from the Empire.
Okay, yep, from the Empire. They specialize in sort of piercing attacks like spears and bows. They do direct sort of damage. They're not known for their ruler techniques, so striker techniques and enhancer techniques. So not area effects or mind control or anything like that. And there are the Rukkas. They're known for like their ability to control the battlefield. They're known for like their gadgets. So they often make good things. They also are known for like their ability to procure things. Procure things. Yeah, uh, and the fishers is the last group, and they're also known for their like survival. So they are known for their ability to like survive in the wild, and they are also known for their ability to like grapple people, grab people and pull them close. They specialize in pulling people to them and then crushing them
So
in
the
meal.
Exiles are at the upper echelon of power and basically are the
Mhm.
ruling faction if there was one.
Yes.
What would be the next after them? Which clan is the most powerful?
They're all similar. Maybe the Sand Spiders are the weakest in the sense that they're the newest, but that might make them the strongest. There's no dominant one from the other three.
Do they get
Uh,
onto? Do they get on, or do they come into conflict? And are they rivals?
They are rivals, absolutely, but they all like abide by the treaties while inside Dragonsteeth. Otherwise, they sort of fight each other. The Sand Spiders don't really fight anybody unless they're attacked, but certainly the fishers will kill people that they meet in the wastelands if they think that it's advantageous to them, and the Rukkas just steal from people, I guess, but there's not really theft in the wasteland. So, like, if you couldn't hang on to it, then it wasn't yours.
I see.
So,
Do they even fight the Exiles if the Exiles are outside of the city?
I mean, exiles have died before in the wastelands. Who's to say if they were killed by any clan?
But
Uh,
if it was, it would be covert. It's not.
absolutely. If the exiles were to find out about it, then whoever did it, well, they would have to face an exile in the arena.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I thank you very much for your information, Oliver, um, and your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Come back anytime.
I will.
Come back with another tale. I'll
I,
spread it for you.
I will. I will. I guess um, try to find some other things to do to pass my time. But yes, very much. I appreciate the information you've given me and this map. Very handy it will be.
Mhm. Yeah, so the Empire would be up this way, as a side note, past these hilly mountains.
Yep.
And
What
the
are the
Beast Wood's
what
down
are the
here.
needles?
The needles are um like a ridge of stone that's been cut through by like blades of air. You've actually passed through the needles before.
Hmm.
Um, that was like the reason that you were able to catch up with the sand barges.
Yep.
Yeah. So there are like paths through the needles, but you don't know any of them. But certainly the blood knives seem to.
Is it a bit like
And
a maze within?
yes, there's all these columns of sort of stacked stone, um, and shelves and pathways and ridges and toppled stone towers.
Does Arthur know what they may have been? It sounds like they could possibly predate this era.
They certainly could predate this era, but Arthur does not know what these are.
Fair enough. All right.
Like,
Well, I will bid Oliver farewell if he can, and let him go to start spreading the good word about us. And I guess I'm going to need to find some way to make some money, since I just parted with the vast majority of what I had. I'm down to 8 gold and a couple silver and coppers. So, that said, I guess I could go to the arena to get some money working as a healer, even just
absolutely.
for a short time, just to earn my stay. Plus, it gives me something to do, and I might, when I'm there, keep an ear and an eye out to see if I can pick up any more information. I have both very good insight and very good perception.
How many heal spells can you cast?
I have Cure Wounds, and I can cast that 7 times.
You can cast that 7 times.
And I have Goodberry, which I have as a bonus.
Oh.
Plus, I also have Medicine at +7, and I have proficiency with a Healer's Kit and a Herbalism Kit.
I take it some of those are upcast if you're casting it 7 times.
Yes.
How many are upcast?
3.
3?
Plus I can cast Lesser Restoration, which I have memorized at the moment.
Okay. Well, if you want to hang around at the arena until you have cast all of those, they'll pay you per spell that you cast.
Sure.
That's fine. I'll roll randomly to see how long that takes. You have to cast 7 of them. Actually, why don't I just have you roll how many hit points you heal? Yeah, so just do all your healing, and I'll tell you how long it takes you to use up that amount of healing.
Sure. All right, we can definitely do that.
If you're willing, cast however much you're willing to expend, and they will pay you appropriately.
Why is it rolling it twice? Yeah, it's rolling 2 dice. I don't know why, but it's only applying one of them. So that's all first level spells. And then I'll do as second level. That's a terrible one. And do the last one. So it's at 9, 15, 22, 33. 9, 15, 22, 33, 46, 55, 64. Oh, sorry, and I've got to add the high level cast as well, which I didn't do.
Yep.
64 plus 7, 71, 74, 75.
Yep. All right. That's only going to take until afternoonish. As you hang around doing that amount of healing, they're sort of amazed by how much healing you can do, and they pay you 42 gold for that amount of healing, 72 hit points.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right.
They say, "Oh, come back again. That was great."
And I might do that. Do I pick up whilst I'm there any bits of information that people are just general talking about, etc., about people or places or things that are going on?
One of the people
I
there
can make insight or perception if you need me to.
Nope. There are, like, if you're just listening, then for that sort of thing, then because you're just sort of hanging out with the healers. As a side note, there's like a group of healers that hang out at the arena. You're not like watching events or anything like that. Although they're not using you as a response healer. They're like
Just patching
bringing
people
injured people in.
Yep.
Yep. And you're just sort of patching them up a bit, so that they're not at all critical, and then sending them off. All right. So one of the people there, though, is concerned about the Hollow Tomb.
The Hollow Tomb.
Okay.
That's
He's
where
heard.
the Hollow Tomb was where the blood knives were.
Yes, he's heard that the blood knives are out there, and he is concerned for Deepwater. There's like a small village at Deepwater, and he has some clan out that way, and he's concerned about them.
That the blood knives might go down
Might
and raid.
Yeah, I mean they will have to travel for water, potentially. And like it's not that far away, so yeah. Especially with there being a trade route there. But it is pretty dangerously close to Dragonsteeth, but they've been known to raid that deeply before, so yeah.
Okay.
It's a concern.
By the way, with this map, is there any indication as to distances upon it?
Every 2 squares is about... So every square's about 10 miles.
Okay.
I haven't put a key down. I guess I can do that.
Does that make the city 40 miles wide?
Yes. Yes, it does.
It is a particularly large city.
Yeah. It has about 400,000 people in it, so...
It is a massive city.
Yes, it is. It is huge. It's basically everybody in the Waste lives in there. Nobody really lives outside of Dragon's Teeth, so...
Fair enough.
It's like everybody in this entire area lives in this one place, unless they're these guys. I guess is a good way of thinking of it. This would be like I don't know, less than 1,000 people. So
Yep.
yeah.
All right,
There might be more than 1,000 at Freshwater though.
Okay.
Maybe 2,000 people.
So Oliver mentioned that after healing and picking up that information at the arena and getting paid, and yes, I will go back another time if time permits, but Oliver mentioned that there were writs held by the guards for a number of jobs. Specifically, one of the ones was lots of new monsters appearing at the Needles. So are these writs at specific locations, or is there a central location, or are they at, for example, the gates? Basically, what I want to do is I want to go and investigate, or just have a look what the writs are for, how much they pay, what kind of information they have. New monsters doesn't mean much, but if they have, the kind of monsters that might be there or what they're doing, getting that information might be good.
Yeah, absolutely. So, on like every few blocks, let's say 4 blocks, or this is sort of a sprawling city, which is all alleys and winding streets, but in every 400 square meters or so, there's like a guard station that's just like a place for a guard to stand.
Yep.
So that people can go to them for help and stuff like that. And so you can just go to one of them, and they have a bunch of writs there that they can hand out.
Are the writs the same at every station?
Yes. Anybody can take them.
And how do you know when they have been fulfilled?
You have to bring back the proof as it's requested on the writ. So if it's like to hunt a beast, you'll need to bring back like the beast's head or the item that they've asked for from the beast. Usually it's binding. So
What kind of writs are available at the moment, if I may? Can I have a look to see what kind of ones are available? There is myself and 3 of my companions that have just arrived at the city and are looking for work, and monster hunting and deeds such as that would fall into our skill set most likely. So
yep. So there are some writs that you don't need to pick up. For example, there's bounties on all 13 heads of the blood knives.
how big are those bounties?
It depends on the blood knife, but at least 100 gold.
So 100 gold to
The highest one
Yep.
is 1200 gold.
1200.
Mhm.
Cool. They must be rather evil individuals to have such large bounties upon their head.
Yeah, or just the other clans hate them. But yes, sort of. They're all slavers, so
And these monster hunting writs or whatever, what kind of ones are there at the moment?
okay, so there's to investigate the new monsters in the needles, and you'd need to bring back like bindings, body, and some spirit material. So like all creatures have like something that they infuse like a lot more of their spirit into. You know, for beasts generally it's like fur or claws or teeth or something like that. It's pretty easy to tell. For example, you picked up those scales.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a spirit material. Um, and there's also um, there's like a massive cobra in the lonely woods that there's like a quest to destroy.
How much is the bounty on that?
300 gold.
So this massive cobra, is it
Mhm.
is it a well-known entity? Do people around here know of it?
Yes.
Has it gained considerable infamy?
It's gained some infamy,
But it
but not
is.
like it. It's
Okay.
not like. I mean, people know about it.
People
You know,
know of the
it's
cobra
like,
from Lonelywood.
yeah, absolutely. They know about it.
All right, I will.
Because people do hunt in the lonely wood, and every now and again it takes a huntsman.
All right, I will take that writ if possible.
Okay. Yep. And other beasts around. There's a sand turtle. There's like a writ for collecting shells from sand turtles. It's like not because they've done anything. It's just because people want the components. But yeah, and you can sort of find them all over the wastes. There's a writ for the stingers of giant scorpions.
Oh, we fought some of those just recently.
Yeah.
We didn't take their stingers though, did we?
No. You did take a binding though.
Right, I'll take that writ as well.
All right, great. So they're willing to pay you 100 gold pieces per scorpion stinger that you can bring back. Yeah.
All right,
All right, note those down.
I just did.
Great.
So this has probably taken me a considerable amount of time, I guess, given the vast expanse of the city, and that I've been, chatting away for a bit and doing stuff at the arena. How many days did the other 3 do?
2.
2.
Yeah, it is pretty late now. So
Yep. So I'm just trying to work out how much more stuff we should do before we
yeah,
can meet back
it
up.
does take like an entire day to walk across the city, pretty
Absolutely,
much.
that's why
Like
that's
a bit more.
that's what I was
Yeah.
getting at. All right.
But you're not going to the upper city. The city's split into sort of 3 parts.
Yep. But did they go to the upper city? Did they?
Yes.
I didn't get
It
that
was
far.
one of the things that took them like the whole day.
'Cause-
They were like went to the upper city, came back.
I only got to the arena fight before it dropped down. I haven't watched all of the recap yet.
I didn't have a map for them, so I couldn't be like, it's really far away. I was just sort of like, yeah, you're going there. I think they went through the bazaar on the way though, so
Cool.
maybe.
All right. So yeah, I know they did some shopping. All right, I'll go back to the bed and breakfast then, and I guess pay for the room. How much was the room again?
You guys already paid for the room, I believe.
For 2 nights? More nights? All right, cool.
I think you paid for 3 nights.
Okay, well, I'll go back and I will rest.
I could be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I believe you paid for 3 nights. Okay, yep. So, in the morning, what are you going to do this day?
All right, I guess first things first, I'll go back to the arena again and earn some.
And tap yourself out?
Tap myself out again, yep.
Alright, well, they're happy to pay you the 42 gold that you earned last time.
Right.
They will, as long as you spend the same amount of spell slots.
Yeah, I will.
Good.
I will just burn those. Yep, I've already taken them off. Cool. All right, so.
And let me just roll how many hours that takes to happen, because I don't know today. Oops, not turn order. So 4 hours. It takes you a good 2 hours to get there. Alright, so you've used most of the day doing that healing.
Okay. Just trying to work out what else I can probably do without the other 3. I've got
You can
to
go shopping with all your money.
I really want to hold on to that. I guess I don't have anything that I really want to purchase at the moment.
Alright. Can you roll me 2 perception checks?
See if I get pickpocketed.
Nope.
And
Another
again,
one.
yep.
Okay, on the way back from the arena, or upon leaving the arena as you're sort of walking the streets for a bit, you see a crowd of people gathered around one of the inns.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I'll wander over.
Okay, there is who you can tell to be the innkeeper there, and she is forlornly muttering that such a thing's never happened at her inn before, and there's a body covered by a rug, and you can see 3 sort of distraught wastelanders off to the side. They've all got what looks like traveling bundles. They've all got sort of unhappy expressions, and there's a couple of the town guard there sort of overlooking what's going on.
Can I try and pick up what's happened? Just as a matter of curiosity?
Oh yeah, there's lots of people like sticky beaking. Everybody's just...
Who is the corpse and how did they become such?
You're just asking like random people.
Oh, that's the information I'm trying to ascertain. So I will listen and I'll ask a few questions, etc.
All right, you can make an investigate check.
This is not good. I don't do it. Oh, press the button. Aha, investigation. Yeah, not very good.
3. Nobody wants to talk to you, and when you like try to approach the body, the guard like asks you what you're doing, and you just get like a little bit flustered, grunt, and like walk away, you know, making like direct eye contact with them the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to try? Speaking to the guards, I guess, is an option.
Yeah, but I'm even a bit worse at that. I guess I'll just hang around until the crowd starts to dissipate. Can I pick up any information at all? Just or is it...
Yeah, you can make a perception check to just overhear things.
Yep, let's do that. Oh, almost. All my second
Well,
rolls are great.
there's too much going on.
Yep.
There's there's a lot of muttering. You're just sort of hearing the same sort of, oh, this is very strange, but you don't know why it's strange. You do pick up like that the three wastelanders were like also staying at the inn. That you do understand, like the guards talk to them before they leave, and they take the body with them, and the innkeepers, she just doesn't seem to want to talk about it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Wastelanders took the body?
No, the guards took the body.
Okay, the guards took the body. All right. The inn is staying open, though?
Absolutely.
I'm going to go in and get a meal afterwards.
All right.
A meal and a drink.
Go and get a meal. Excellent. And what are you doing while you're eating said meal?
I'm going to splash a little bit of coin on it. So, how much is one of their fine meals?
So a good meal here, this inn, which is sort of in the middle city, would cost you 2 gold for a good meal. But you could spend more on a meal if you wanted something truly fantastic.
I'll spend 5.
All right, that's just like a lot of good food.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some good drink. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, everything. It's desserts even. There's some crushed ice in your things.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen ice for a while.
Mm.
Not since I was at home. So after I eat, and I'll make lots of positive noises while eating. Oh, this is delicious. Oh, I haven't had anything like this for so long. Best meal I've had in ages.
Absolutely. Make me a deception or performance check.
It's probably the truth, though.
Okay, well, you can make me a persuasion.
No, I can't.
That's called diplomacy. Look, it's one of those. It is charisma. I'm sorry, but you
I
are
get it.
trying to fill a role.
I get it.
Persuasion 6. Yeah, they.
I probably making those noises also have a mouthful of food.
Yeah, that's right. My mom doesn't make food this good. She sucks at cooking.
Yep.
You're much better at cooking than my mom.
Can you be my mum?
That's the sort of thing you say.
Yeah.
And as a person who is a mum, she is insulted.
She is. She is.
On behalf of your mum.
Yeah. Mortified. It's not that she didn't try. It's just that she didn't have any skill.
Yep. Yes, so when you finish your meal, they're all sort of working quietly. It's kind of a disturbing atmosphere in this inn today, and not a lot is going on. There's like a few people who have come in, and you do overhear one of them bring up the person who died, and the innkeeper like slaps them and says, "None of that talk here. I don't know what happened. There wasn't even a wound on him. He just died.
Well, he fell over, I'll say.
He was just dead in the morning.
Oh, in his room.
Yeah. Nobody knows what happened. He just gave up life. That's what happened. We don't know why."
Yeah, if only I had detect poison and disease and had spells still available. Alright. Yeah, people can die. It happens.
Yes, it does. I like that you failed all of the skill checks. That was 10 out of 10.
Absolutely. Would fail again.
Yeah,
And when it comes to intelligence or charisma specifically, will fail again.
Don't worry. The other guys failed this same quest. They came across it and were like, whatever. Keep walking. At least you investigated.
Well, I tried. But
You tried. Yeah.
this isn't my strong suit. It's not even the same deck of cards. They're sitting down to play Texas Hold'em, and I pulled out some Pokemon cards.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Arthur can't help. He's somehow as blunt as you are.
Does Arthur want some of the food? To try?
Yeah, he'll try a few bits, but
Yeah.
he doesn't really eat it so much as like destroy it.
Yeah, that's fine. And that might be also why my persuasion is terrible.
Yeah, especially because he sort of copies your mannerisms and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, there's so much good food here, and it's too much probably for one person, and probably rich. So yeah, let him have some to see what it's like.
Also, if you're not like putting him on a leash in any way, then he says things like, "Oh, just drop dead. That would have been amazing to see. I wonder if all humans can do that. Can you just drop dead? Do that for me. I'd like to see that."
And I'll say to Arthur, people can just drop dead. Their bodies can have illnesses, diseases. Sometimes parts of the bodies just stop working, and they can just drop dead. Unfortunate as it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I will not keep you on a leash. What do people do when does Arthur, by his very nature and his appearance, cause consternation?
No. There's surprise, especially like the way that he floats out of you. But there are other people that have like bonded spirits in town.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, during the day on the way to the inn, you will have passed by a spirit artist who had 7 hounds made out of light and energy. So,
Cool.
which is like one of the figures in the city that you sort of took an interest in because they seem to be breaking the rules.
Breaking the
As you
rules?
understand. Because you can only bond like one creature. So they must have like some specific path that allows them to do something that's outside the regular, right? Specific overrides general.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or they don't care for the consequence.
Maybe that is a potential danger. Maybe that's why they're in the wastelands. They've
Cool.
destroyed their ability to grow for a power boost at this level.
By the way, just quickly, what are these things on the map?
Click on them.
I am.
The ruins.
The ruins, okay.
Yeah, they're like ruins.
Similar to where we came in?
Yeah. Yes.
Whereabouts
Similar,
did we
but
come?
sort of bigger.
Whereabouts on the map did we come in? Cool, freshwater. Right.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, well, I guess I will fail.
But you never went to freshwater.
No.
You guys came in like right next to the pyramid.
Right, cool. Alright, well, I guess after failing this quest but having a very decadent meal and letting Arthur destroy some food and demolecularize it, I will probably belch because, charisma 5 and do not have nice graces. And then I guess it's probably late in the day, I'll return to the bed and breakfast.
All right. Yep, you return to the bed and breakfast, and the group invite you out for a massive dinner to celebrate their victory in the arena.
Cool.
And the knowledge that they've garnered from so they can regale you with tales. Do you feel like eating even more food, or do you just want to sit there and watch them eat?
I probably could eat a bit more food, but I might need to make some room, so I'll probably, let off a fart first. Charisma 5.
So Roman, you just quickly go to the Expellitorium.
Yep.
And
Cool.
okay, yep, absolutely. So you can go out and celebrate, and you can hear all about their tale, which is how you can have watched the episodes. Anyway, that actually catches you up to where they were up to. You're a lot faster. Not a lot of surprise there.
Well,
Really?
one person and I'm not Oz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, you're not Ben. Ben, come on.
No.
Ben's like, oh, shiny. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, shiny.
I know, but when it would be a lot quicker if when Ben says, "Oh, shiny," for Oz just to say "sure," rather
Sure,
than spend the next 10 to 15 minutes arguing about why not to do it.
True. Especially since in the end they seem to tend to do it anyway.
That's
So.
right. So that's what I'm saying. So all the dissension that Oz brings forth because he is overly cautious and hesitant slows it down immeasurably, rather than just say, "Yeah, let's go and do it." It'd probably fly through. But yes. All right. Do we want to finish it there then, so that? Cool.
We will finish it there. Unfortunately, you weren't super successful. So I will just give you 375 XP
That's fine.
for your exploits.
That's fine.
Yeah.
375. That'll bring me to 3,135. Ooh, not 31,000. All right, cool.
All right.
I didn't expect to be super successful. I don't have the skill set to really.
Yeah, you made some money instead, so there's that.
And I've got
Money's good.
And I've got the map, and I've got Oliver talking about how great we are.
That was worth some XP. That was a success.
Cool. All right. Well, I will stop the recording. Thank you very much for that.
All right.